Hello, this is Dyer with Divergence Analysis. We're looking at the DVAN SmartLines package available on the TradeStation Trading App Store. Specifically looking today at ES, E-mini futures on a 60-minute and daily. This is a popular time frame, and especially among our users, to make trades based on daily trends and set up support and resistance points, and using the 60 minutes and execution to catch those moves throughout the day, up to a few hours, all the way up to a couple of days. I wanted to go over one important aspect of our smart lines and of the package, and how a lot of users and ourselves look at the indicator package and the studies to develop ideas throughout the cycles. Obviously, we've been in a selling cycle, as you can see on the ES, for a number of days, with the volatility coming back in. If we look at the daily, we see there's a clear sell cycle that's identified by the convergence of these two lines and the red shading showing the selling cycle, the red histogram showing the short-term cycle to the downside, and then the long-term cycle, or the long-term bias, also being to the downside. Obviously, as that goes into a sell cycle, that's a point that we would look on the 60-minute, but to make some actionable trades to the downside. But that was on March 20th. So now, if we're looking at it farther into the cycle, where is a good point to re-enter that trade or re-enter the downside? If we look at yesterday, which was March 27th, we see prices come up right to the trend line, which is the first point of resistance. A lot of times, as you look in and out of the cycles using the DVAN package, you'll see prices come up or down to the major support or resistance points that the three cycle lines identify. In this case, yesterday, prices come right up to the trend line, and this is presenting another opportunity for us to make an actionable short into this overarching bear trend that we see on a daily. So a lot of users are using the 60-minute to actually identify the point at which we would take that short. So this is yesterday at 3:27. This is 4 a.m. early in the morning Eastern time, but a velocity signal indication is also given to the short side, telling us that there's a possible short entry. If we see this price is around 26.77, the trend is at 26.76 over here on the daily. So this is right at the level at which we're hitting the main resistance point. As we see that resistance point being hit on the daily, this is where we'd move down to the 60 and look for the confirming factors of the DVAN SmartLines package to enter the short side. So what we want to see is red price bars. Of course we do, even at new highs. So this is giving you a really good look at sellers coming in and becoming dominant over buyers, even as prices mildly continue to rise. Breaking the pivot line, which is the main support and resistance line. So we see that here and here. So that's 7 and 8 and 9 a.m. Eastern time. We see the leading line breaking down below 0, and we see the short-term histogram red showing the short-term cycle down. So DVAN works with a confirmation system. So as we see all of those indications of our package confirming one another, is giving us indication that there should be a good actionable short back down based on this larger daily bear trend that we've identified. So this is a quick tutorial on how intra-cycle, not at the beginning, but to look for new moves, either at support points or resistance points, in this case a resistance point, then looking down to a shorter time frame, in this case being the 60-minute, for our actionable entry. Hope that helped. It's a way to play the cycles a little bit more proactively. Especially in this high volatility, you might not want to hold short trades with a huge amount of swings, but this is a way to take your initial entry, get out, and then look for another high probability entry point. Hope it helped. Again, DVAN SmartLines package on the TradeStation Trading App Store. Please get in touch with information at the bottom if you have any questions. Thanks.